Today, we're going to build a battleship using 17 Lego pieces.
These are all the pieces you are going to need. In the description of this video, I left the piece names, count, and design IDs.
We're going to start with a 2x4 plate piece. And now we're going to take a 2x2 jumper plate and put it so that the back half of that jumper plate goes on top of the front studs of this 2x4 plate like this, and that's going to give us a little bit of an overhang. And the reason we have that overhang is next we're going to get this 2x2 inverted slope piece, and we're going to put it so that little gap where it goes down goes into the front half of that jumper plate, and we've just kind of created the front bow of our battleship. Now the next thing you can do, now you could do a 2x4 plate if you wanted, but I'm doing a 2x2 plate and another 2x2 plate to create the 2x4 plates. Now the reason I'm doing that is because battleships are like old World War II technology, and these things are just meant to slug it out with other ships. And but with today's cruise missiles, and you don't even see today's enemies before you get hit by these missiles, so the battleship's kind of obsolete. So rather than having these smooth lines, I like having like these little plates of metal fused together. So that's why I'm using the two 2x2 plates, but you can use a 2x4 plate. So once we've got that little overhang here, I'm going to get another 2x2 inverted slope piece and just connect it just like I did on the bow to the back of our battleship. And now we're going to start building up top. Now behind that 2x2 jumper plate, we're going to get a 1x2 jumper plate and just put it on these back studs right behind the 2x2 jumper plate. And that's going to kind of raise it up just a little bit. Now behind that jumper plate we just put on these two studs, I'm going to get one of these, they're a triple sloped piece, so it's like a triple sloped piece. Well, I'm going to put the slope pieces towards that jumper plate and on top of those back studs so that the flat end is in the back and the slopes are in the front. Now behind that slope piece I just put on, I'm going to get two more 1x2 jumper plates. So one goes directly behind that slope piece, and then the next one goes behind that 1x2 jumper plate. So I've got these nice two center studs here. And on these back studs here, to smooth this out, I don't want it too smooth, so I'm going to get this 1x2 Grille plate. And I'm kind of doing something like a darker, like a silver color on the back to kind of smooth it out, but not make it like perfectly smooth. And the reason I left these studs here on top in the front is because, one, if you look at a battleship, it's like there's some like mechanics and machinery up in front, and that kind of symbolizes that. But now we're going to build like the bridge and the command center of our battleship. To do that, we're going to get a 1x1 brick with studs on the side. And we're going to put the studs on the side of the ship and kind of put it right on that jump plate that's by our slope piece like this. And the reason I'm choosing the side ones is because I don't want a smooth look, and to me they kind of look like, you know, the port windows of a ship, so I kind of like that effect of the studs on the side. Now behind that 1x1 brick, we're going to get a 1x1 rounded brick, and we're going to put that on that back jumper plate here to kind of create the whole back command center of these battleships. And then on top of that round brick, I'm going to get a 1x1 round plate with a hole in it. Now this doesn't have to have the hole in it, but it can. This needs to have a hole in it. And the reason we're doing that is because once I put that 1x1 plate on top of my 1x1 round brick, I'm going to get one of these T-bars, and this T-bar is going to be kind of like the radar, so that this thing can hunt down and find other ships out there to destroy in the ocean. We're going to put that T-bar into the hole of our 1x1 plate, and if it's not in your brick, it's going to be that high, but if you can put it all the way down, you're good. But here we've got the command center. Now, all we're missing are the guns to our battleship. And actually, this design started with this piece. I came across this, I think this is to my shredder, kind of the claw hand piece for shredder. And I thought, you know, those just kind of look like the guns to a battleship. So I kind of built this thing around these claw pieces here. So I'm going to take one of those claw pieces and put it into the front stud of my 2x2 jumper plate. And then if you look at the battleship guns, they're actually kind of stacked up. One in the back is a little higher so it doesn't blow up the front gun. But we put that kind of the bar where the minifigure holds onto it, onto that back 1x2 hole. And one of the things I really like about this design is that these guns can move. So if your enemy's on a different side of your ship, you just turn your cannons and you can start firing at the other side. But this is my World War II battleship. I hope you enjoyed this design because I really enjoyed coming up with it.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.